Welcome to leg one of the 2012 Silkway Rally. As we come to expect now, there was a massive entertainment and excitement under the Kremlin as Moscow bid farewell to the 111 competitors. Music, dancing, stunts and demos were on the menu before the celebrity off-road stars took their turn on the Red Square podium.
Прославленный профессиональный автогонщик, пилот Формулы-1. Легенда мировозличных штурманов. Посмотрите, что делает швейцар. Рой. Полноактивный автомобиль. Команда России. Ветеран отечественных ралли-ген автогонщик. Успешно выступает.
As each driver mounted the podium, they were welcomed by Semen Yakubov and were able to do a few little donuts before heading out into the wilderness. Naturally, the trucks of the Kamaz team brought the biggest cheer as the spectacular machines rolled on to Razdan.
В 2010 году автомобиль впервые выехал на Дакар на электроприводе. Единственный автомобиль, который в состоянии.
And so a reminder of the route and where we are heading from Moscow, the route down to Volgograd for 2 days and then Elista for another 2 before ending up hopefully in the resort on the Black Sea. So, destination today is the famous Volgograd. Known for its resistance in World War II, this is the huge statue of Mother Russia, which dominates the skyline. Built on the Mamayev Kurgan Tatar burial ground, it became a stronghold for the Russians in World War II and was almost flattened during the fighting. It's now a memorial to commemorate the city, which was renamed in 1961 to Volgograd from Stalingrad. And it's still an important industrial mainstay here in Russia. Competitors started the day in Ryazan faced with a 258-kilometre special stage and over 600 kilometres of liaison. This will be the longest day of the rally. And so to the start, and the atmosphere was really building as the cars got ready to head out into the countryside. First onto the stage and heading out would be Lucio Alvarez. I believe it's going to be a beautiful day. For sure, the terrain is very, very fast, and we'll see how things go. The weather's so beautiful, and this is really good for us. With our two-wheel drive, if we have mud, then we're in real trouble. So today, for us, I guess, is a warm-up day. Actually, it's not a warm-up day. With 250 kilometers of special stage, it's quite fast. And more than 800 kilometers overall. We'll be happy to be at the bivouac. And then it began. Just before 1 p.m. local time, the Silkway Rally was underway. Yesterday we mentioned Alvarez as the favourite for the rally, but that was an unfair on Christian Lavier. The experienced Frenchman said he would attack from the beginning, and that is exactly what he did, fastest by over a minute at CP1. But he became unstuck over the next 100 kilometres, losing half an hour and ending the day well down the order. Roland Chabot in his prototype SNG was another to falter early on. The pace, at least at the start, was very good, but the two-wheel drive specialist lost 13 minutes in the middle section of the rally, dropping him outside the top 10 positions. And so to those with a bit more success today, and we kick off with 13th position for the Hummer of Miroslav Zapletal. It was a good day for the Hungarians here in Russia. A better-known Hungarian off-road rally star was doing equally well. Balázs Salé is once again campaigning his Opel Antara, but his overcaution in the sandy middle section of today's stage cost him time, and he ended up just inside the top 10. Inside the top 8, and the debut for the Duke-bodied buggy went well for Frenchman Thierry Magnaldi. It was the middle part of the stage where he was particularly strong and checked in 6th position in CP2, eventually finishing 8th. Tony Gardemeister, on his debut in Russia, managed a really successful 6th spot. And just ahead of him, Matthias Kahler. He built this new Mercedes for one reason and one reason alone, and that was to win stages overall. The car has done hardly any miles before coming here, but seems to be running faultlessly. And even he managed to lead at one point during the stage. Eventually, he was rewarded with 4th position, just ahead of Gardemeister. Favourite coming into the rally, Lucio Alvarez had the difficult task of opening the stage with no tracks to follow. Just he had to rely in belief of his co-driver Berno Brown. And at kilometre 113, his pace came to nothing as he missed a turn and ran at 90 degrees to the correct direction of travel. It did cost him 5 minutes, and that was enough to demote him to 3rd position today. Rally Raid veteran Jean-Louis Slesser was by far the strongest two-wheel drive runner, beating Magnaldi by 6 minutes. He initially didn't look that comfortable, but he was soon caught by the fast-starting Gazagin. But he never gave up and started to pull a gap on the Russian before he fell into Alvarez's dust. And after 3 hours of running, the gap at the front was just 11 seconds. Sadly, not advantage Slesser. Instead, it was Boris Gazagin, eventually, who managed to take the victory. And it'll be a sweet one too for the Russian to win on his home soil over such established company.
Мы не планировали атаковать, и на шелковом пути вообще, и на первом спецучастке уж тем более, и поэтому действительно приятно, что с сильными соперниками получился хороший результат, но надо четко понимать, что это всего лишь первый спецучасток, посмотрим, что будет дальше. Нет, мы собираемся ехать аккуратно, потому что основная наша задача – это добраться до финиша, то, что нам не удавалось предыдущие 2 года. Вот и все.
So Boris Gazagin takes the victory by just 11 seconds over Slesser. Alvarez 3rd, Kahler, Novitsky there in 5th position for G-Force again, and then Tony Gardemeister 6th. Pellicet in 7th position, Magnaldi there 8th, Volikov a good day again for G-Force in 9th, and the Hungarian driver in 10th. Third in the last Dakar and a big favourite for the Silk Way 2012, Kazan Archer Advictus started 8th on the track and attacked the maximum to clock up the second best time in CP1, but had problems in CP2 and lost well over an hour, still yet to pass the finishing line. Another favourite to fall down since the first special stage is German Franz Echner. He is yet to finish as well, with new teammate Alex Lopez doing much better. Again, he's yet to finish. Second on the track, Russian Kamaz driver Aret Mardiev. He clocked the third best time of the day and of course pointed to the third overall classification with a 6 minute and 4 second gap from the leader, who was also his teammate. First on the track, Alex Lopez opened the road, of course behind the cars, but for his first drive for the MAN truck on a real race day, he clocked the second best time of the day and took second overall, but 5 minutes and 22 seconds behind the winner of the day. And so to the winner. As expected, it was a Kamaz on the top step of the podium. Winner of the Silk Way in 2010, Russian Edo Nikolaev attacked this 2012 first stage with the same envy to show that he can be the new leader of the Kamaz team as they still search for a new Vladimir Chagin. So it's Kamaz on top here in Russia.